This is Harry Judd for Boxing Social in association with Betfred here at the O2. Clarissa Shields has just been Savannah Marshall. I'm joined by Ben Shalom. That event wasn't too bad, was it?
Wasn't too bad. Was not too bad. Want to say thank you to the fighters, thank you to the teams, because that was a lot of hard work, especially with the reschedule. To do it like they did it, we worked so hard on the promotion. I think it showed. What a night, incredible night, almost turned boxing on its head in terms of what people thought could happen, what people thought was possible. With the all-women's night, the ring walks, the entertainment, the tickets, the broadcast, incredible.
Both fighters have been through jeopardy themselves. The event has also been through jeopardy. It's been a whole boxing story, Ben.
It has. Boxing is like that, isn't it? It's never easy, it's never simple. It's the most amazing sport, but it's also the chaos, craziest sport. And this was no different, but we got there in the end. As I say, it was just an incredible achievement to put on an all-women's card, to sell out the O2, to broadcast in that many countries, to have the level of interest, and then the fighters who delivered. Not just, they felt like they were born to do it, which they were. You know, the way they embraced the ring walks, there was no sign of nerves in an environment they'd never been in before. And then to give the performances in the fight that they did, it was incredible. Also, the Olympians, Lauren, Caris, Caroline, great performances from top to bottom. Shannon Ryan, Georgia O'Connor, Ebony Jones, April Hunter. Everyone played their part in what was a historic night.
That main event, sat ringside, it was just mesmerising. I didn't think that pace was going to continue. It was a hell of a pace, Ben, wasn't it?
It was a hell of a pace. That's what stuck out to me as well. It was just relentless, wasn't it? It was every time one of them threw a punch, the other one countered. Clarissa started extremely well, so sharp. She is a phenomenon, and actually watching her, I saw her in Cardiff, and it wasn't the same. And I actually knew when she came to September the 10th, in comparison to how she looked this week, I went to bed a couple of nights this week and was like, you know what, she's in serious shape. She masterclass. But Savannah came back, and it was a very, very close fight in the end. And the way Savannah came back was incredible against a fighter like that. It was very close in my opinion. And obviously I'll have to watch it back. It seems like Clarissa did enough to win unanimously. But what a fight, what an advert. So proud of Savannah as well, to be able to see where she came through. Even when we signed her, she'd never headlined a card. The way she embraced headlining at the O2 with 20,000 people singing her name, that was special. She'll feel now that she understands what Clarissa Shields is, and she'll want the rematch.
What do you make of the scorecards? Peter Fury in there was obviously quite angry with one of the scorecards in particular, but what did you make of that? Was it 7-2, the scorecard? What did you make of that one that was so far apart?
Yeah, strange one that. I thought it was a close fight. As I say, I'll have to watch it back, and sometimes with these 2-minute rounds and at that pace, so it's hard to score. It's hard to score, and I'm not thinking about it all the time when I'm watching it ringside, and I'll have to watch it back, but that seemed wide. I thought it was close. I'll be honest, when it got to the end of the fight, I thought maybe it could have been a split decision. I didn't really know where we were up to. It was that fast-paced. It was definitely closer than that.
What's next, obviously, for Savannah? If the rematch is not on, where can we see her go next?
Look, there's plenty of options. She wants to go to 168. She would like to fight Cruz and unify those titles. She'd like to fight Christina Hammer. But ultimately, she wants that rematch, and that rematch can be made. I think, look, it's number 1 and number 2. They're a class above anyone at 160 and 168. I think it needs more minutes, that fight. We want to see it. I don't want to watch fights, especially with Maya Baumgartner, where it's inconclusive because it's so fast-paced and it's over before it starts. That fight never caught fire, but we're coming away with what we feel like is a controversial decision. And for me, a lot of that's caused by it's so hard to score 2-minute rounds. So that is what I think comes out of tonight, hopefully, is not only is women's boxing a powerhouse, if it's promoted right, it's also maybe time to look at those elite unification fights and look at how they are, how long they are, and how they're structured.
In terms of putting this event all together, again, you must be outstanding. You must be pleased in how it's all come together, Ben, surely.
Yeah, incredible night. When when we started in boxing, I remember doing the O2 Indigo plenty of times, and then so to be going past that into the main arena and doing an event like this that's never been done before, what a night. But the fighters did it, and we worked hard. The story, the promotion, I thought was unbelievable to do it again as well. But yeah, this shows a great side of boxing, the sport that we're all involved in, we all love. We want it to grow as much as it possibly can, and this gave the best advert possible on the biggest platform possible with the best stars in women's boxing, and it all came together.
Ben, thank you so much for your time tonight, and also thank you for your time this week, mate.
I hurt all the girls that I fight, but I will come out victorious.
Clock ticking till I become the undisputed middleweight champion of the world.
This is another moment that my hand will be risen. I've fully prepared myself for a war.